What's up, K-Babes? It's Kasemone, if you're new. And if you're returning, hey K-Babes, welcome back to another Vlogmas. It is Vlogmas day 10. Before I even get into it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tap the bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. This is a sit-down video.
Santa, tell me if you're really there. Don't make me fall in love again if you won't be here next year. Santa, tell me if you really care.
If you don't like talking or chatting, please kindly exit the video. Thanks. I had a whole list for this week's content. It's literally on my board, and for the last 2 days, today makes the second day, I have been in a funk. I try so hardly not to use the word depression anymore, but I suffer with it. Like, it's a part of my life at this point, so I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. I've sunken into a depression. Like I was telling y'all a little bit yesterday, I miss family, yes. But I also just feel like I'm not where I want to be. And it's like, I have all these accolades. Like, I have my bachelor's degree, I have my master's degree. But although I'm very passionate about psychology, I don't have a passion to go into the field of what I went to school for. I have a passion, but my passion sometimes don't make sense to people, and honestly sometimes it don't even make sense to me, and I get in my head about it a lot. That's one thing that has led to this particular phase of depression. Another thing is just this entire year I have been reflecting and taking accountability for a lot of things I've done, could have done better, should have done differently. And not in a regret way, but just in a way that allows me to take a look at myself and try to be a better person in the future. And a lot of that, I get to thinking to myself, which thinking is the number one leading cause to depression. But I get to thinking to myself, maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe it's best if I stay to myself or stay alone, because I am also diagnosed bipolar. It's not as intense as people think when they first hear it, but I just feel like in my life I've unintentionally hurt a lot of people, and in self-reflection, not even nobody just telling me, but in my own self-reflection, I realized that even in times of me trying to do so much good, me struggling with my mental health caused tremendous harm to people who did not deserve it. Even in the phase of me grieving, I've mistreated a lot of people, and I know for sure that I've reached out to those said people personally, and ask them to forgive me and taking accountability for that dark person I was. But I know for sure that I have to forgive myself, or I will be in this constant battle of depression. I feel like when I'm alone, it's my way of keeping me safe from harming people with my health, or like mistreating people, or people mistreating me. But that gets so lonely. It gets so lonely, like so fucking lonely. I feel so alone. My phone never rings. And it's not that I always want to talk to people, because I don't, but sometimes I just sit and think to myself, like, is this the plan for my life? Like, I've been there for so many people throughout my life, and I always put so many people before myself, and there's nobody out there that thinks about calling and checking on me. Like, a text, nothing. Like, and I don't expect people to. It's just like, I feel like that's the life I created for myself. Like, I created a life where everybody thinks I have it all together, and nobody has to think about me because, oh, she's good, or, I'm sorry, y'all. I did not want to do all this crying. I feel like it's the life that I created for myself, because I've always, even when I was young, been the person there for people, or been the person that had the appearance of having everything together. Nobody ever really knew things I went through unless they lived with me. So now that I live by myself, it's kind of like nobody will ever know unless I was to tell them, which I won't, because I don't like to be a burden to people. I'm just in a season of being alone, and like, I don't know if y'all know how unhealthy lonely is. Like, being alone, that's okay. But when you get into the state of feeling lonely, that can be very, very unhealthy, because you would tend to start like gravitating to just someone or something, or like people that maybe are not meant to be there for you, just so you don't feel lonely. And I feel like right now, that's the phase I'm in, like, and I think that's what makes me the most depressed, like, feeling so lonely. And it's like, well, kid, nobody told you to move out there. I get it. Nobody told you to leave. I get it. But I also feel like that's another reason why I can't explain that to people when I feel that way, because I needed this. I needed to sit by myself. Like I said, it's not unhealthy to be alone. The unhealthy part is when you get to feeling lonely. And I know I don't want to move. I love it here. But it's so hard for me to find my people, because I don't want to get hurt again. I don't want to hurt people. I don't want to be misused again. I don't want to misuse people. And I feel safer to myself. I feel safer with my kids. I feel like me going to find my people could possibly put my kids in harm's way, because you just don't know people's intentions. So instead of me going out and making friends or making connections with people, I just sit in the loneliness. Like, I don't, like, what other solution would I have for my loneliness other than moving back home? And I don't want to do it. Like, that's out of the words and questions for me. So it's like, you just got to figure it out. But it's also like, I don't want to get so caught up in being alone and feeling lonely that I just end up by myself all my life. Like, I don't even find the love of my life because I'm so content with this feeling that I feel right now. Because until I got up here to talk about it, I'm not gonna lie, I was just gonna sit in it like I normally do, like me and my daddy talk about all the time, and I was gonna get through it, and then it was just gonna be, I wasn't gonna feel it again until I felt it again. But like, I'm scared of being 30, 35 and still haven't found my person, or not even just that, like still haven't found my passion. Well, I know what my passion is, but still haven't succeeded in it. There's just so much that goes through my head, so much self-reflection. I sometimes feel like I be beating myself down because although I've hurt people in my phase of grieving, although I've hurt people in my battle with my mental health, I've always been able to take accountability, and people don't do that when they come to me. Like, they don't care that much. So I also feel like I beat myself down, which makes me depressed because I care how I treat people. I love with my whole heart, and I love genuinely. And some people would say that's a gift and a curse, but I beat myself up when I feel like I did not give people the best version of myself due to my hurt or my pain. Like, I feel like that is a very selfish thing to do, regardless if it's physical, mental, like any type of hurt to anybody, no matter what you're going through. Like, you cannot use what you go through as an excuse, and I know that. So when I'm self-reflecting and I'm looking back on the pain I caused, like, I beat myself up. Like, it's not fair for you to have done people like that because you were hurt. I did want to tell y'all what was bothering me, why this week started kind of up and down. I had plans for this week's content, full-blown plan, because it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I just have to put my best foot forward and just focus on the now and stop worrying about the past, and, you know, trust that God is not going to allow me to get stuck in this feeling. I am good enough, and I don't have to make all these meaningless relationships to fulfill my loneliness. Like, I will be okay. I'm not moving back home. I refuse to move back home. It's just something that's not in my plans. If anything, I would move somewhere else before I moved home. But yeah, I did want to share that with y'all. I wanted to come up here and be transparent because that is what my channel is about. I tell y'all that all the time. It's about me being transparent and open about what I'm feeling, what I'm going through. If you're out there and you're suffering with depression, you're not alone. If you suffer with anxiety, you're not alone. If you suffer with bipolar disorder, you are not alone. I feel like as long as you're a person that's able to self-reflect, able to take accountability, and able to make room for growth, you will be just fine. I will try to get back in the groove of things in day 11, but for now, this is day 10. This is the last day to enter in the single mom giveaway. I'm still so excited about that giveaway. This is very special to me. In my heart, I've always, like I said in a previous video, had a giving spirit, but I just always gave to the wrong people. And now I have a lot more discernment, and I knew just what I wanted to do in giving this year, and it definitely was to give to a single mom. So today is the last day to enter into that. I'm about to try to get some sleep. I probably won't. I love y'all so much, and I will see you guys in Vlogmas day 11.